Hi folks, Trisha Curtis, CEO of Petronas and host of the Petronas podcast. Today is March 6th, 2024. Happy Wednesday, everyone. We are seeing WTI around $79 and change. That has come off its highs of 80 and change earlier this week when we saw the Saudis extend their cuts. We actually saw that directly from the Saudi Energy Ministry saying they're extending their cuts. So this is really Saudi-led. We've known that with OPEC Plus that this is really Saudi. But the Saudis are saying they are extending their cuts, so keeping those in place, which means Saudi has a lot of spare capacity. We are also seeing a lot of stuff this week, which I talk about a lot in episode 103 of the Petronas podcast, which is going to drop this week in just a couple days. So super pumped about this. Episode 103 of the Petronas podcast is my presentation and talk to Oxford Institute for Energy Studies on everything U.S. shale, and really pertinent right now given that we have produced over 13 million barrels a day crude in the U.S. for 5 straight months. We're exporting 2 million barrels a day of propane out of the U.S. We're exporting over 11.5 million barrels a day of crude end product. We are the largest oil, natural gas producer in the entire world and the largest crude and refined product total exporter in the entire world. We're exporting over 4 million barrels a day of crude as well. So we're an absolute powerhouse. And that's really relevant because something else I talk about in the introduction to this podcast at length is what's going on within Colorado. And that's really serious because a couple things. We have a ban, a potential ban by 2030 on oil and gas drilling, which is really huge, which we'll talk about. But we also have Xcel, which is trying to raise rates in Colorado. And not just raising rates, which my electric bill is 3 times what it was pre-COVID. But they're trying to raise rates specifically on natural gas. And the fact that we're producing 128 billion cubic feet per day of natural gas, more than any country in the entire world. We have pauses on our LNG exports and curbs on our LNG exports, and that from utility companies are looking to pass on high rates to the consumer from natural gas specifically so that they can pay for renewables. And Xcel has asked for a rate increase in Colorado so they can pay for the renewables, the cost of renewables they're trying to put into the grid. That's really significant given how high electricity prices already are. That impacts EV uptake and it impacts the average consumer and their ability to just pay for and heat and fuel their home. So with that, please take a listen to the latest podcast and talk to you soon, folks. Bye.